Off this Friday at noon with the weekend forecast. Here's a live look from Arnold. Warm for late October. Temperatures may reach the upper 70s tomorrow. Thanks so much for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. In fact, it's going to be a great weekend to get outside. Meteorologist Gary Frank here with the Weather First forecast. Gary?
Yeah, it's about as good as it gets for this time of the year as we're starting to enjoy some of the fall colors. And we still have some of those cool mornings, but they're not as cool. It's crisp, but not quite as cool as we look at a few clouds outside. That's really about it throughout the entire area. And you can see some of that fall color. The big picture, most of that cloud cover system that has delivered a few of those clouds has exited. That's why it was extra cloudy yesterday. And we're going to see more of this behind it. Much clearer weather and temperatures warming up nicely. Locally, we've already warmed up in the mid to upper 60s in many cases. Baldwin, Pacific, Washington at 68 degrees. But look at this warm air. That's all part of what's gradually working its way in and keeping us very pleasant this weekend. So you can expect temperatures to warm up nicely. I still think we hit in the low 70s this afternoon and evening. It's not going to cool off that quickly. Over the next few days, what's in store for this weekend now? Another nice afternoon. Better rain chances next week. That's new. And next, we'll talk about a really nice weekend. Have details about the warmest morning ahead and break down those rain chances into next week, Kay.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Gary. Developing at noon, a massive fire in the central West End. Crews spent several hours this morning putting out the fire at a 3-story building on Washington Avenue. We're told the building was vacant at the time. No one was injured. Investigators are looking for the cause. Also developing today, Congressman Jim Jordan has failed again to win the House Speaker's gavel. He actually lost ground as opposition deepened. Republican lawmakers say the hard-edged ally of Donald Trump is just too extreme to leave the House. Many say no threats or promises could win their support.
Is this a problem for your party, for him to continue on without a path to the speakership?
Look, it's a problem for the party that we're in this place to begin with, and it's 4%, 8 members here, crazy members led by Gates, that put us in a bad situation.
New at noon, an attorney with the Illinois Comptroller's Office has been fired over anti-Semitic comments made on social media. Comptroller Susana Mendoza's office says the employee admitted to some of the comments. 175 deceased black infantrymen are being honored right now at Jefferson Barracks Cemetery. They've been refused burial there more than 150 years ago. Members of the 56th U.S. Colored Troopers died from cholera as they returned from fighting in the Civil War. They were refused burial at Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery until the 1930s, when the local black community pushed for them to be reinterred and honored with a memorial. Happening in about 3 hours, a ribbon-cutting ceremony to open the new basketball courts at Tower Grove Park. St. Louis Mayor Tashora Jones will be on hand, along with other city officials. The courts are located on the south side of the park near Arsenal and Belt. There are also tennis and pickleball courts. Calls for action from people who live along Coldwater Creek. Several residents voiced their frustration last night after learning the cost to clean up radioactive contamination has doubled and that it'll take more time than originally thought to clean it all up. 5 on your side's Brent Solomon takes us to North St. Louis County.
We spent every single day in that creek in the summertime. Every single day. We swam in it, we rode bikes in it.
15 people on my street alone had already passed away from cancers in 2012 when I learned about this issue.
High school senior graduated on June 3rd. On June 8th, she landed in the ICU. A couple of days later, they diagnosed her with angiosarcoma, stage 3, cancer of the heart.
Story after story Thursday night at the Trinity Church in Florissant. They're speaking out a day after a new report from the nonpartisan Government Accountability Office, estimating the cost to clean up radioactive contamination along the Coldwater Creek will now cost more than $400 million. The 83-page report also says it will take another 15 years to finish cleaning it up.
I'm a single mom. My husband passed away 10 years ago with colon cancer. Can't work, right? How do we live?
Senator Josh Hawley's proposal to get money for victims cleared the Senate. A vote in the House could happen soon. A staffer with Representative Cori Bush's office saying the Army Corps of Engineers needs to do more.
There's money on the table not being used to hire more staffers, to hire more contractors, to get this waste out quicker, because we want it out of our community now. It's been here for a long time, too long.
Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
The Army Corps of Engineers says it's taking a look at the Government Accountability Office report and its recommendations. Officials blame inflation for the skyrocketing cleanup cost estimates. This DoorDash driver is charged with attempted rape. Police say Trevay Gaines forced his way into a woman's apartment in St. Louis County Tuesday during a food delivery. They say he removed her towel and groped her. He's also accused of FaceTiming her while performing a sex act. Police later arrested him. A spokesperson for DoorDash says the company is appalled by the allegations and is fully cooperating with the investigation. President Biden pushing to fund Israel and Ukraine, why his plan may not have full support of Congress. Plus, a local curator who's introducing new audiences to the art culture.